You hop in an elevator and right before your eyes is Mark Cuban, billionaire and businessman and Shark Tank investor. Now's your chance to pitch yourself, your product, and your idea. What do you say? Well, we have some ideas. Hello world, I'm Mike Ploger and I'm back with Visme to discuss your elevator pitch. Despite my example and its name, elevator pitches rarely actually happen in elevators. They get that name because they should be short and sweet, no more than 2 minutes, about the average time that you may be in an elevator with a stranger. This is what makes them different than a standard pitch deck. So you must use this time wisely to persuade your listener to take action. You want to make their ears perk up, tickle their emotions, and make them remember you. In this video, we're going to show you how to do just that and share some examples along the way from some rather recognizable names. Shall we? What makes a strong elevator pitch? That's the million-dollar question here. For starters, they should last anywhere from 30 seconds to 2 minutes, and that's totally situation dependent. If you're selling roses on the street, you need to be as quick as possible. If you have a meeting with investors, you can be a little bit more detailed in your approach. Ultimately, you just want to provide enough information to grab their interest, but keep it short enough to not lose their attention. Now, what should you include? Ask yourself a few questions starting with, what are you offering? Briefly but purposely describe your product, service, or idea, leaving no room for ambiguity. The next question to ask yourself is, how are you unique? How do you differ from others? Why is it worth their time and, likely more importantly, their money? Really focus on the value that you're providing. And lastly, clarify what you need from the listener to take the next step. It may be their money for a quick transaction, or it may be their time asking for a meeting. What are you asking for? Make it clear. Once you have your elevator pitch written out, study it tediously. Every word should serve a greater purpose. Rehearse it over and over and over again until you know it in your sleep. Let's talk tips. First, start with a hook. Cast your line and get a bite quickly with an attention-grabbing hook, like a shocking statistic, relatable problem, or an achievement. This will create a connection between you and the listener. Secondly, be specific. You have zero time to waste here. Remember, every word should be written purposely. Get to the point, discuss the details, features, and benefits that your product provides. Another tip that I recommend is following David Meltzer's 100-20 rule. It's the belief that you're providing more value than your client is asking for. Think of it like trading a $100 bill for a $20 bill. That would be a walk in the park. Have that mentality. But that doesn't mean selling yourself short. You still need to believe in your product and have incredible passion for making sure it finds an audience. Your listeners won't listen if they don't believe you. And lastly, share your vision. What's your long-term goal? What are you hoping to accomplish? People love supporting visionaries, so whether you're there to change the world or provide a solution to an ongoing issue, share that with your audience. Back before Elon Musk caused quite a stir at Twitter, he was selling Tesla to anyone and everyone. Take a look at what he said in this short elevator pitch back in 2014.
We really appreciate your support for Tesla. I mean, what we're trying to do with Tesla is to change the world by bringing electric cars, sustainable transport to the world, and showing people that an electric car can be fun and sexy and fast and long range. But in order to be successful in that, we need people to take a chance on the company. We need people who are willing to be early adopters of new technology, people like yourselves. And without people like you, there's no hope for a company like Tesla, so thank you.
Did you catch what he said? He did everything that we just discussed. He sums up the company's big picture of sustainable transportation. His product is electric cars. The unique proposition is that they're sexy, fast, and long range, and shares what he needs from the viewers, which is people who are willing to adopt new technology. And it took him all of 32 seconds, about how long it took him to fire half of Twitter. Bear with me through our next example. At 2 minutes and 41 seconds, it's like a 3-hour-long movie in the elevator pitch world. Nonetheless, it's worth a watch, and it's from Doordash. Check it out.
We're Doordash, and we enable every restaurant to deliver. For customers, we offer restaurant food delivery in under 45 minutes. And for restaurant owners, we provide our own drivers, and we manage the logistics of delivery. Now, you might think that food delivery is a solved problem. But if you live in Menlo Park or Palo Alto, you know that's not true. Outside of pizza joints, just about no restaurant in this area delivers. Therefore, services like Seamless or Grubhub, which merely aggregate menus but don't actually deliver, don't work. In fact, that means the market is underserved because over 70% of the United States live in areas where restaurants don't deliver. Now, there are courier services who are sending people to place takeout orders on your behalf, but because they don't partner with the merchants, they are slower and structurally more expensive. We're the only company in this space that manages both our own logistics and partners with the merchants. We figured out the model to make consumer deliveries work. Because we control the entire experience of delivery, we offer the best performance at the same cost. When an order is made in our system, it gets placed immediately at an iPad installed at the restaurant. We've also built logistics software to make it dead simple for any driver to onboard into our network. Our logistics model is winning. In over 3,500 deliveries, we've averaged 44-minute delivery times between when you place your order and when you receive your food, better than our peers. But unlike our peers who operate in the cities, we did this in the suburb of Palo Alto, an area that's much more spread out and more difficult. Because of our great service, we've grown our weekly orders by over 30% week over week. And we've already generated over $1.5 million in annualized sales for our restaurants. We figured out how to make consumer deliveries work. Our growth proves that. But what's more, our driver network and logistics software enables us to even go beyond food. If you were building the FedEx of today to manage local deliveries, deliveries wouldn't happen overnight or even same day. They would happen on demand. And that's what we're building at Doordash. If you're interested in hearing more, please come find us afterwards. Thank you.
Doordash expertly incorporated data to grab their audience's attention and prove their point. The entire pitch makes you want to believe in Doordash and the future of food delivery. The presenter's subtle passion made all the difference in this great elevator pitch. And our third example comes from GitLab in 2015. They get right to the point, wasting no time in proving themselves.
Hi, I'm Sid, and I'm the CEO of GitLab. GitLab is how companies work on software together. Today, more than 100,000 organizations use GitLab. The logos you see are paying customers. Companies like Apple and Disney use GitLab because we ship more relevant features at a faster rate. We can do this because we're open source. Our users are developers, and they contribute the features they want to use every day. And because they are the end user too, they know exactly what to build, and they can build it quickly. Our competitor GitHub has 270 employees. GitLab has 800 contributors. And that is why GitHub Enterprise has been playing catch-up to our feature set. And because our contributors are not on our payroll, we've been able to bootstrap this into a profitable company with a team of 10 people. GitLab is much more affordable for customers. Customers love that we're able to combine more features with a better price. And that is why we're already over an annual run rate of $1 million. We're growing really fast. And history shows that open source beats closed source. Movable type got replaced by WordPress. Windows Server lost to Red Hat Linux. And GitHub is being replaced with GitLab. We're GitLab. We're how companies work together on software. Dimitri and I would love to talk to you. We'll be in these purple shirts. Thanks.
Almost immediately, GitLab introduces the big name companies that use their product, proving their reputation and reliability. Microsoft, Apple, IBM, Disney, they all use GitLab, and it's 10 times cheaper and has more features. That's all GitLab needs to convince me. But enough of the examples. It's time for you to craft your own elevator pitch. Don't forget that while we mostly discuss tips for writing your elevator pitch, you may also want visuals, and that's where Visme really comes in. Create a pitch deck with animated stats and figures, illustrations and characters, data widgets and media. Visme has all the elements to take your elevator pitch to the next level. Boring PowerPoints are no more. Check it out for yourself at visme.com. Thank you so much for watching our video. We wish you the best of luck with your pitch, but we know if you incorporate what we discussed today, you won't need it. Please like this video if you learned anything today, and if you want to learn anything new tomorrow, subscribe to our channel. With Visme, I'm Mike Ploger, helping you make information beautiful.